AITA for not taking care of my cousin's toddler? I am not op. Original post by you, don't like child AITA in R, Amethyst hole. An NBSP. AITA for not taking care of my cousin's toddler? Wednesday, March 29, 2023. I, 20F, went upstate to visit my extended family recently. Grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins. This includes my cousin, who had a baby about 3.5 years ago. My cousin will be named Carol and the baby will be named Lily. For this post, I don't like children. Never have. And possibly never will. My whole family knows this. So, I haven't really spent the most time with Lily when I've visited. Surprisingly, she wasn't too bad the last few times I visited her and Carol along with my other family. However, this time Lily was an absolute hellspawn. Screaming, crying, throwing tantrums along with things across the room. We were staying in the same house, so I heard it every day for a few days. I distanced myself from Carol and Lily as much as possible, other than the time I got mad at Carol, and a bit at Lily, when Lily was throwing a tantrum about something and threw my phone to the floor, cracking the corner of the screen. Carol said I was overreacting. Yesterday, I was watching television in the living room when Carol came in the room carrying Lily, who was fussing. She asked me to watch her for the day because she needed a break. But I wasn't so sure. As I said, I don't like kids in the first place. But I'm also not sure I could take care of one, especially one as bad as Lily. I explained this to Carol and she insisted I take care of Lily. I asked if anybody else can take Lily because I won't, and she told me everyone else was out shopping, and how I don't know how hard it is to be a mother and the least I can do is help out. I told her I understand how she's struggling but reinstated my doubts on taking care of another human being. Carol called me heartless and stormed out of the room to go and take care of Lily herself. A little over 15 minutes later, everyone returned. Carol, of course, told them what I did and everyone was being cold to me for the rest of the day. This morning, I left because I was getting uncomfortable with how I was being treated and felt like I wasn't welcome because I wouldn't take care of Lily. This was met with sad or angry comments from some, but I left anyway. I'm writing this in a hotel because now I'm having second thoughts. Was I the off for not taking care of Lily? An NBSP. Update. AITA for not taking care of my cousin's toddler? Monday, April 6, 2023. Original post link. https www.reddit.com/r/amethysthole/comments/1254 on /AITA for not taking care of my cousin's toddler / Hi all. Thank you for your kind words. About a day after I got home, Carol sent me a text saying she apologizes for how she acted. She told me in the text how she's been feeling bad about the situation since I left. She acted out of bounds, was stressed but shouldn't have taken it out on me, and sorry she exaggerated the story to our family members. She finally asked if I would come back up north to come chat with her about it, along with the rest of the family. I declined because I had work and couldn't make the round trip. So we talked on the phone. She kept profusely apologizing for how she acted, and was trying to make amends. I was honestly shocked, but grateful. We made arrangements for a few months from now to meet up in person. On the more negative side, I haven't heard from the rest of the family as I'm writing this. I'm not sure if they're still mad, just ignoring me, or some other reason. I think it might be the latter as I asked Carol about it and she's not even sure. Whatever it is, I hope they talk to me soon. Again, thank you. Reminder, I am not the original poster. I thought the ask wasn't too big until the cousin said, for the day. Nah, you don't do that to someone who's hesitant about kids anyway. Just 30 minutes while I shower. Yeah. Okay, that's reasonable. But you don't get to pawn your spawn for a whole day with no warning. Also, your child cracking someone's phone screen is a big deal. Even if it's an accident. Cousins should apologize for that. Not try to blow it off. Some things that may need to be added to the post. Info. A commenter asked how Lily got a hold of her phone in the first place. Oops said that she placed her laptop and her phone in the living room to do some work. Got up to get water. Heard Lily go nuts in the room she just left. Rushed back and saw her phone in Lily's hands. This also may be inconclusive because a commenter on her update post said Carol most likely never corrected the rest of the family about her exaggerated story, so it makes Carol's apology to Oop useless, and Oop replied, "You might be right. I don't know why I was so blind. When I go up and visit her, I am gonna make sure the rest of the family is there. And to tell them what Carol said to me, her apologies." I remember this post. People were wondering if maybe Carol kept the original story from the family members. Hopefully Oop is in a better place with her family relationships now. Though I'm shocked. A genuine apology. Carol was out of line. Also, it is a bad idea to leave a kid with someone who doesn't like kids and doesn't know how to take care of children. No offense to Oop. I always wonder who these people are who even want to place their child in the care of someone who explicitly states they aren't capable of taking care of a child. I totally get you need a break. But in order to take one, it's absolutely non-negotiable that you pick someone who is actually competent at childcare. Ha. You can't drop a small child in the lap of just anyone and be like, Godspeed. Quote. Sure, Carol apologized. But did she explain to the rest of the family? Offered to have OOP's phone screen fixed? Seems not apologetic enough. So Carol sincerely apologized. Super. But did she let the rest of the family in on her overreaction and bitchiness? Or did she continue to let them think Op had blame somehow in the disagreement? Because if I were Op, that would make a huge difference to me. Carol asked Op to babysit and threw a hissy fit when she got an answer she didn't like, which means it wasn't a genuine question, just a barely veiled demand. So if Carol didn't bother to reach out to the rest of the fam and let them know she blew it way out of proportion is at fault, then her apology doesn't mean much. Woman who is overstressed with a stressed out toddler reacts as one would assume and then apologizes when not stressed, like a rational real person. This is too real. Where's the evil mill threatening to cut Oop out of the inheritance before the niece somehow accidentally finds photos of the mill cheating? I am happy and sad for the cousin. It's good she saw she was feeling entitled. But I imagined it must be really stressed. Still, Oop has nothing to do with it. And Oop just saw a bad part of her family. But I think she will be alright. Because she has very good boundaries. It's scary how many people in this thread think that simply saying sorry is a sincere apology. A sincere apology also involves corrective action, and Carol hasn't fixed anything she broke. The phone screen or the relationship with Oop people and the rest of their family. Yeah, I would say good riddance to the rest of the family. Besides, OOP's cousin's apology means absolutely nothing if she didn't go and tell the rest of the family the truth. And that's another point. She knew she was wrong from the start, since she clearly realized she had to exaggerate the story to look like a victim. That dangling plot thread. I'm more interested in the drama with the rest of the fam than the toddler thing. Note that apparently none of the family bothered to get OOP's side of the story. From my understanding, they just iced them out without talking to them about it. Don't you just love it how sometimes family are so update that you didn't do such and such for a family member because they're family, yet these same family members wouldn't do what they're so down on you for not agreeing to do. None of the family giving her the cold shoulder now wanted to spend the day babysitting either. They'd all left for a day of shopping before they could even be asked. But they were all fine dandy swell with expecting their single child-free family member who they already knew did not even like children to accept being guilted into an entire day of babysitting a child who was already devolving into a misbehaving hellion. Women who are child-free by choice are all too often relegated to second-class citizens in the workplace, getting last choice of work schedules, days off, etc. behind mothers, because a mother's needs are considered superior to a single childless female's needs. It's a shame that single childless females are also apparently second-class citizens within families, as well, expected to sacrifice their own wants and plans for a given day to relieve a mother in a family who needs a break from her mothering. Because what could a single childless woman have on her calendar for any given day that would trump what a mother had planned for that time? Actually, the mother bias is not solely to blame, where it's probably as much family bias as mother bias. Mom, dad, aunts, uncles, grandparents, etc. You should let your brother and his family move in with you. They're having a rough time and it'll just be for a few months. I know his oldest 2 boys can be a handful, but they've not been in trouble with the law in weeks. In fact, I think the last time was when they stole your car on Thanksgiving. And his twins need to have a stable home right now, especially since starting kindergarten this year. And the middle one shouldn't be no trouble at all. She's 13 now, which is plenty old enough to help out with housework. That should more than make up for her mother's refusal to clean any house that isn't hers. And your brother swears he hasn't had anything to drink in over a month, that they were just out to get him at that last job. And their family. Me. I'm so glad y'all feel that way. I'll let them know that they can call y'all because I can't have them here. Mom, dad, aunts, uncles, grandparents, etc. Sputtering before quickly saying, "No, wait, that's not what we said." She asked me to watch her for the day because she needed a break. But I wasn't so sure. You, the cousin, decided to have a child. It is your responsibility. You cannot dump your responsibilities on people. I don't think this is concluded because the OOP has not met up with Carol yet. From what the OOP responded to in comments, I still stand by what I remarked on her update when they posted it. She shouldn't go until she hears from the rest of the family. I still feel she's being set up to going and being told she should apologize. The fact that no family has reached out makes me feel that Carol never told the family the truth. And they still believe the exaggerated version Carol repeated. If someone puts you in this position, say, why do you want to endanger your child by putting them in the care of someone who has just told you they are not competent enough? It's the responsible thing to say no in such a context. I'd guess the others are still ignoring OP because they are embarrassed. Carol apologized. Good on her for realizing she was wrong and stress got the better of her. I know plenty people who can't lower their pride to do that. I was a Beaver Scout leader in the UK 4 years ago. In a very posh part of Surrey. The Beaver Scouts' age range is 68 years of age. Whenever we left the scouting hall, which was every meeting in spring and summer, I was constantly terrified of losing a small person, or one of them would injure themselves or eat a toxic plant. I wrote endless risk reports for our outings. I found out I loved creating outings, adventures, and badge-earning activities. However, I really did not enjoy the responsibility for the safety of 25 young people. My end of scouting came when 2 young people on a camp couldn't control their bowels and ruined a tent. It was nasty. Another leader and I cleaned up. We still don't know why there was fecal matter on the tent walls. We had to exclude those young people from camp or sleepovers. The parents kicked off, so we said they could accept our terms, or they could look for another scouting group. The waiting list for all local scouting groups was over a year. So, if you express your wish to not take care of someone's child, the parents should believe it, because your responsibility is not to the parents, and certainly not with the child. Not a chance I'm watching someone else's kid for an entire day. Especially one young enough that they could be in diapers or need bathroom assistance. I took care of my kids. They can take care of their kids.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Eracast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.